material master. Then let's check the periods. I believe that the periods for the material management, which we have already opened the periods, but let's have a look at once again. Let us check the periods. Then after that, we can see that one. Okay. So to open the material periods, the transaction code is a MMPV. Let's have a look at that one into the system. MMPV. Let's go and check. The company code is a BI01. Then it's the same company code which you have. Then what you can do, the period we are into the which period? See now, the financial year in India, which we are following April to March. Okay, already April is over, May is over, June is over. Now we are in the month of July. July is nothing but a fourth period. Just take into consideration fourth period. Physical year is a 2025. Okay, since we have already moved to 2025, just to take into this one. Then closed periods radio button. Okay, that's fine. Then let me execute this one. Okay, execute this one. Closed period. Okay, period entered monthly. Okay, company code BI01 converted. Period closed completely. Log issued. Okay, end. That is fine. See 04/2025 period entered. Okay, that's fine. Now once this is fine. Okay, the transaction code here is a MMPB. Okay, MMPB. Then creation of the purchase order. The next step is a creation of the purchase order. Go to transaction code or else go to here to create the purchase order. Okay, to create the purchase order, this is the part of that materials management. Go to the logistics, materials management, purchase order. See now you can see here create extended purchase order MB21 N it is there. Create extended purchase 21 release listed reports purchase requisition material master inventory management create vendor supplying plant node ME22N it is there. Create, I think here, if I can go, so you can see here ME21N is the transaction code. The same, we can see the Fury app also. In order to create the purchase order, either you can use the GUI transaction code or else you can use the Fury app because there will not have any difference. The fields point of view, both are same. Let me go to here. This is the purchase order creation screen looks like. So basically purchase order, whenever you would like to create, you must have to give the supplier number and the few parameters we must have to give here. Then first let's go to the organization data. Okay, purchasing organization, give the purchasing organization what we have created. Purchasing organization, purchasing group also which we have given. Purchasing group, let me give that purchasing group, right? PI is something we have given. Sugar something B. Purchasing group, stock material, raw materials, Okay, we'll give that purchasing group. We'll check in the material master, which we have given, even that I don't remember, MM03, the material which we have created, right? So that will come to know what is the basic data, then purchasing data. So we will come to know here. Plant 01. The data you require does not exist from material master plant. This is not there. 1 second, something I have given wrong. Okay. 1 second. PIRM something I have created material. Yeah, this one. Okay, because I have given wrong one. Now, basic data purchasing. Sorry, purchasing. Now it will accept purchasing group, right? Material group division. What we can see here, material group here. So what this is a purchasing group. In the purchasing material group, basic unit of measurement, purchasing group, we have not given, right? Purchasing group here. Okay. Purchasing group, let's give anyone, raw material, anyone we can give it. Purchasing group is it's not a mandatory field. We'll choose anyone from the BI. Okay, let's select this one. So the company code is the BI01. Let me give. Now here, enter supplier number here. Okay, so first thing is that we have to do two things here. BIRM is the raw material which we have created here. Now the supplier number, if you remember, yesterday we have extended the purchasing order information to the existing vendor which we had already created. Sorry, I have to give here. Enter. Okay, that is fine. VN is not defined for the supplier. Okay, that is just warning message. It doesn't stop. Now the information which we have given here, right? Now coming to that item, very important one, item information here. Okay, so the item category, just either you can give it or leave it blank. See, account assignment category, this just global item, that is fine. In case if that is separate identification, account assignment category, it will play the key role in the at the time of creation of material master. Because see now what I am trying to do, I am trying to purchase, I mean our organization is purchasing a material on behalf of the customer sales order. We are thinking about materials, but now my requirement is that our organization, because we would like to purchase a plant. I cannot sell that plant because the plant which we can use in order to manufacture a product, at that point of time the plant, you can see here account assignment category, there are various account assignment categories are there. If you are going to purchase a plant, it is a asset, it will basically, it will not be a material. You must have to select this account assignment category. Based on that account assignment category, the system will enable additional fields, because asset, there is no option directly to key the asset number here. But now asset, if you want to purchase the asset, if you select, the moment if you select this one, system will enable other options which allow you to select the asset number and the required GL accounts over there. Now, MTS, make to stock. or which you would like to purchase the material on behalf of the sales order. Okay. So there are a lot of account assignment categories which are available. It depends on the requirement which we can select. But still I'm repeating, this is not a mandatory account assignment reference. It is not a mandatory. But if there is a need, yes, you must have to select this one. Keep in mind this one. Now, let me directly give the material here. PIRM, the material which I would like to give here. I'll give just the PO quantity. What would be the price which you would like to buy? Okay, if you see in the material master, if you go to the accounting one tab, which we have mentioned, the price is 100 rupees price per unit. 100 rupees price per unit. Now let me enter the price per unit here is a, if you have any changes in the price, let's enter 110. Okay, sorry, this is the quantity. Let me enter the quantity here is a, which we would like to buy here is a, let's assume. Then unit of measurement, ensure that unit of measurement, it should be matched. Okay, tons, which we have given here is a TO. Okay, then delivery date, when you are expecting the delivery date. Okay, delivery date, July, right? Let me give the Friday. Let me give 4th of July. Net price, right? 110 rupees per ton. 110 rupees per ton cost, which I have quoted here. Then here is the price per unit. Okay, net price which we have given, price per unit, that is fine. Material group plant. Plant is a BI01. Then it's a storage location. Storage location. Then let me enter. So in case if there are any errors, which we can see here, otherwise, okay, this is a warning message. Accept the origins was taken over from the plant. Okay, that is fine. It's just a warning message. It doesn't stop you. Can delivery date be met? Now you can see here, is it the delivery date which you are expecting? It is going to meet your requirements. Okay, just a warning message, just to forget about it. Now, let's go to the, here display the messages here. Basically, I can see that there are warning messages. You can see row VN is not defined, material supplier. Okay, the item 10, that is fine. For each and everything, supplier master record perform the function. I don't know, but what is this one? Purchasing data, purchasing organization. Then let's select the, see if you notice any errors, right? Just check this one, edit the error, click on, if you still want to that edit that errors, right? Okay, you can also do the changes, but there are no errors. They are all the warning messages. Okay, so warning messages, it doesn't stop anything. Okay, just check here. While doing the check, the system will ask you again, whether would you like to do the changes or not. Okay, so output types of purchase order, medium. Okay, print out. Function code. Okay, partner functions. Just forget about all this information. This is not required basically. Just come down. Maintain the printer parameters. This and all, it is creating a lot of issues. I'll remove this one. First of all, this is a printer communication. We don't want that one. Okay, first, let's see now, in case if there are any, okay, in case if there are any messages. Okay, so I do not want to just check, come back and check this one. Okay, effective price and all, that is fine. Can delivery date met that and all, it is fine. So now let me try to this. So now in the purchase order, basically, which you need to understand, this is the header information. What you can see, that header information. In the header information, the moment when you provide the purchasing organization, purchasing group, and company code information, then yeah, the details, there are few parameters which automatically the system will calculate. See now, ordered, total order. I mean, see now the 1900 quantity which we have ordered per ton. The cost which we have mentioned here is a 110 rupees. Okay, 1900 into 209. I mean, 20,000. Okay, 2,09,000 rupees. It has become the cost here is a, okay, just for your information. Now this is the header information. This is the item information where you can see, you can also select this, double click here, or else you can go to the details. So now you can see here, again, there will be a few more information which will be material dates, quantity, weights, delivery schedule, delivery. Okay, so invoice, there is no invoice, conditions. Condition types are very, very important one. Okay, see now you can see here, based on your configuration, the gross price of the material is a 110 per ton. 110 per ton, unit of measurement, what you can see here. The condition types are, it will play the key role here. Okay, so now you can see that discount. As of now, there is no discount which has been applicable here. And taxes also, I still remember we have not applied any taxes and all. Just for your information. Okay, India, then that is fine. Then taxes, sorry, text is delivery address to whom you are delivering here. Then confirmation. Okay, other information, because it's irrelevant for finance person, then that information will be taken care by the material management team. Okay, just for your information. Just check it. Continue. If there are no error messages, then go ahead and save this one. Edit. Okay, if you wanted to edit here, let me save this one. See now, the purchase order which has been created here, the purchase order 42, just to take out this one and keep it here, the purchase order which you have created. So now if you would like to display the purchase order, okay, so now what we are going to discuss here, very, very important thing here is a, let me take into here. In SAP, we have a concept, call it as a three-way matching, and two-way matching. Two-way matching in while purchasing the, okay, or else matching process in materials management. So there is a three-way matching. What does it mean by the three-way matching? What does it mean by the two-way matching? Let's understand here. Okay, then after that, because I have already created purchase order, right? Before going to that, okay, because this one, let it be, I'll explain you. Now, what I'm trying to do here, what does it first? Let us discuss about the three-way matching. First, let us discuss the concept of the three-way matching function functionality. So the three-way matching functionality, majority of the cases, 99.9%, which you are going to perform three-way matching only. Okay, but the reason behind that, I'll explain you. First, three-way matching, first one is a step number one. create a purchase order. Create a purchase order. So the purchase order, it consists of the information, the purchase order, it consists the information. What is the quantity which we have? What is the quantity which we have ordered? What is the per unit cost? What is the per unit cost we have ordered? Then what is the delivery date? Delivery date, and what would be the I mean, in case if there are any other things, okay, quantity we have ordered is a 1900 quantity. Per unit cost is a 110 rupees. Delivery date we have given 04 July 2025. So on behalf of this one, okay, on behalf of these parameters which we have ordered, the step number 1, this is a step number 1 here. Coming to that step number 2, then step number 2 here. So what is going to happen here? The purchase order, whatever the purchase order we have created here, right? On behalf of the purchase order, display /n ME23N. Okay, the purchase order what we have created now. On behalf of this purchase order, we are going to receive the goods receipt. Goods receipt. Goods receipt in the sense you would like to track the goods receipt, how much quantity you have ordered and how much quantity which you are receiving from the supplier. Okay, definitely you should require is a tracker. Okay, without a tracker, it's a completely mess up that one. Because see, what supplier will say, okay, today I am going to supply on 4th of July, I am going to supply, let's say 1500 quantity. Now, after some time, I am going to supply 400 quantity. But where is your tracking? The supplier of the raw material, which he is going to supply, where is the tracking? That is the reason the goods receipt. Goods receipt also, which will have the information clearly. Then quantity, here is a delivery quantity. Here is the delivery quantity. Delivery quantity, just forget about the price per unit. Okay, delivery quantity and delivery date. Here is the two things which you need to understand here. Delivery quantity, how much quantity which the supplier has delivered, when it has been delivered. Let's say now the delivery which has happened here is a 1500 quantity on 4th of July. Let's say now I'll take here is a, okay, 5th of July. Again, 5th of July 25. He is delivered here is the rest pending quantity. The rest pending quantity here. So by seeing this one, goods received. Invoice, first we have created the purchase order. On behalf of the purchase order, we have received goods from the vendor. On behalf of the goods delivery, okay, on behalf of the goods receipt or goods delivery, and put it here, goods delivery. The step number 3, very, very important one. This process is a 3-way matching. Step number 3, invoice receipt. Invoice receipt or verification. So what is going to happen here? How much quantity we have delivered? Okay, here, first one is a delivery quantity. Then invoice price. Then delivery quantity, invoice price will be there. Okay, so here, then date, delivery date. Okay, delivery quantity, let's say now 1900 has been delivered. Invoice price. So the total invoice price which we have, the total invoice price which has been, let's say now 110 rupees we have quoted. Let's say now he has delivered is a 115 rupees per unit cost. So 115 into 1900, sorry, 1900. The total cost 2,18,500 rupees, which has become. Okay, delivery quantity, right? 1 second. Delivery quantity here is a 1900 date. The date here. So now you can see here. So what is going to happen here? The delivery date here let me check this date, right? 10th of July. Let me take it as a 2025. Okay, 10th of July, we have received invoice from supplier. On that day, the delivery quantity, I could see that 1900 only. Then the price he has quoted here is a 115 rupees. But the purchase, the moment when we place the purchase order, he agreed to supply the material at 115. Sorry, 110 rupees per quantity, per ton. But now he changed the price here. Why it has been changed? So the entire process we are going to call it as a three-way matching. First is that step number 1. I have created a purchase order, 1900 rupees, 1900 quantity, 110 per ton. Now, step number 1 here is a purchase order. Then goods receipt, then invoice verification. All three together we are going to call it as a three-way matching. So if there is any discrepancy in the purchase order quantity, which exactly not matching that goods delivery, okay, it will mess up your, it will not be accurate your scenario. Okay, so you are just deliver purchase order quantity is a 1900, but goods received only for 1000 quantity, means that will not be the complete scenario. It will be the incompletion of the process here. That is the reason if 1900 you have ordered, the same 1900 should get match here, the goods delivery exactly it should match. Then the final quantity here, okay, delivery quantity here. So now it is a 1900 which is matching. Invoice verification also exactly which should get match here. So this is what we are going to call it as a three-way matching. In case if it is a two-way matching, okay, two-way matching, let me explain you about the two-way matching. Two-way matching is a simple. Copy. Let me put it here. Now, two-way matching. Two-way matching. So in the two-way matching, directly you can create the purchase order. Directly you are going to receive the invoice. Directly you will not have this scenario. Directly step number 1 and step number 2. Directly goods receipt will be happen here. This is the two-way matching scenario. Okay, just for kindly take note. But majority 99.9% the scenario, the valid scenario is a three-way matching functionality. It is a valid one, because whenever you are going to verify any raw material, any purchases, how much quantity which has been delivered, historical information, it will be there into the purchase order, so that it is easy for us to understand that one. Okay, just for our information. Okay, now goods receipt, we have seen about the two-way matching and three-way matching. Now creation of the purchase order, which is already done. Now goods receipt. So the goods receipt is the transaction code is a MyGo. Let it be open this purchase order. See, now this is a purchase order number. The transaction code is a MIGO. Is a transaction code. Now give the purchase order number. Here, basically, once you create the purchase order, no need to do other cases here. Just give the purchase order number and enter it. That's it. The system will derive all the information, all the required information from the purchase order. No need to do anything at your end. Okay. So just for your information. Now, come to the quantities. Okay. See now, item okay. is that the delivery item which is okay for you or not? Just check this one. Okay, item okay checkbox to be selected. Just check the quantities. Quantities 1900 quantity which you have seen now, which you have ordered, then the same which has been, which is going to deliver here. Okay, purchase order data. This is the purchase order which is uh, on behalf of this purchase order, we are receiving the goods. Okay, if you want history information, you can see here history information. Now, I was talking about, if you remember, I mean, the movement type, goods movement type, where you can see here the movement type of the goods here is a 101 movement type system automatically, which is deriving here without manual intervention. So, see, that's what I mentioned. It's a depends on the requirement. The system is going to pick the movement types, and also sometimes we have to key the movement types manually also, just for your information. Okay, so once you have entered, once you are fine all this information, right? Let's go to that. Double click here. Okay, material master. Okay, check. Okay, let me check here. Okay, delivery note, delivery note, delivery note, delivery note, right? Okay, delivery note will give the PO number. Let's check now. See now, document is okay. So delivery note number just for identification point of view. That's it. Okay. So whatever you want, you can just give it as a reference purpose here. So on behalf of this purchase order, we are going to deliver the goods. First step number one, which we had already completed successfully. Now this as part of the second step, what we are going to do, we are receiving the goods. So again, you can see, you can remember, that's what I mentioned multiple times. The goods which you are receiving in one go. Okay, if there are any changes, maybe you are receiving some partially some quantity today, some partially some quantity next day, that can be also possible. Okay, but now first let it go with the standard one. There are no errors here. Goods received. Okay, just check it before going to do that one. Okay, if item document is okay, then click on the save here. Now the goods received, material document, very, very important one. Take it into the consideration, the material document, MyGo document, which has been created here. Now coming to that invoice verification. But before going to invoice verification, right? Let's see that the purchase order, what it has been happened. The purchase order history, right? Okay, enter. I just have entered that information, right? Go to the item details here. Delivery confirmation, delivery dates. It is purchase order history. Okay. So now you can see here, I just wanted to show this information because the purchase order information, it will carry all the movements which has been happened here. See now the reference which I have given here. Now you can see that this is the material document invoice verification. I mean goods receipt. So the goods receipt which was happened on 2nd of July. Then the quantity which we have received from the supplier 1900 quantity, and at the same time the total cost quantity, what you can see. In case if the split means the vendor has been supplied the raw material with multiple deliveries, then that also you can see the historic information. All the information will be carried out the purchase order. Very, very important one. Okay. Now let's moving to the purchase goods receipt also done. Then now the next one is the invoice verification. Let's go to the MIRO. MIRO is the invoice verification. Company code PI01. Give the company code here. Now invoice, right? First thing is that what you have to do, you have to give here is the material document. What would be the material document here? Purchase order. Okay, purchase order number you have to give here. The invoice date when you are going to receive invoice amount. Okay, I'll show you that first. Let's pull the system, the information. The moment when I enter the purchase invoice, right? Invoice verification. Here, the price difference will see the separate scenario. At least first, let's complete the standard cycle. Okay, which has some errors. Okay, then the amount 2,09,000, right? Let me enter the 2,09,000 rupees. Enter the tax code. Okay, tax code. Let me select this one. Tax. Enter the business place. Okay, business place and section code. What system is trying to say here? Bangalore. Okay, let's say now. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now it has been turned into the warning messages. Warning message. That's fine. Code is not determined. That's fine. Okay, warning messages doesn't stop. Basically, you could see this, the balance which is matching 0 here. Okay, that I mean, basically the price difference which will arise at that point, at this stage itself. Okay, as of now, I do not want to see, see the price difference scenario. First, let's at least complete the standard scenario. Then after that, we'll see. Okay, then check somewhere invoice messages. I believe there are no error messages. Okay, just only one message which is there. It doesn't stop you. Final step is the invoice verification. In the invoice verification, this is the quantity which you have ordered. Then this much is the price. In case if there are any price difference, we'll see the scenario in the next cycle. Save it. Now, what we have done, the document which has been posted successfully here. Now, let me go to here. Now, you can see that. Now, let us go back and see the purchase order information. Then, what the purchase order, what it consists. 1 second. Okay. So, now here, the purchase order. Let's move to the purchase order. Okay. This one only, it has been updated, right? Let me the same purchase order. Now you can see that the purchase order history which has been updated. The above one is a goods received. The below one is a invoice verification, the document which has been posted successfully. By seeing this one, you can understand the way how system is going to updating the purchase order history. Always whatever the information which has been updated, which we did the configuration, which we are expecting to be present in the purchase order, everything it is updating. Goods movement, it is updating each and every step here. This we are going to call it as a three-way matching. Now, the next scenario I would like to see. Okay, so before moving into the other one, is there any open query from your end? If anyone is having any further query, please let me know. Okay, well, if you are fine, then I'm also okay. What I can do, let me create the new purchase order. But before going to create the new purchase order, I would like to let you know the scenario here, the business scenario. price difference. Okay, let me explain you clearly. Price difference. Let us understand here. 2nd of July 25. Then create purchase order. Purchase order. In this purchase order, what I am trying to do here, what would be the quantity which I am going to order, then price per unit, then what is the total price? Total price. Then this is very, very important for us now. Now the quantity, let me 1000 quantity, price per unit, let me enter here is a 120, the total cost. Let's see now 120 into 1000. The total here is a 1,20,000 rupees, which has become now. Now, this is the purchase order which I am creating. Purchase order. Now, on behalf of the purchase order, then second thing is a goods receipt. Okay. Because I haven't shown the accounting entries, that accounting entries also I'll show now. Goods receipt, second step. Next one is a invoice verification. So basically in the invoice verification, right? In the invoice verification, let us understand here during the invoice verification, what is happening here? The purchase order price, I mean the per unit cost, let's say now the vendor has quoted is a 125 rupees. So the extra which he has quoted is a 5,000 rupees. Now the how you are going to adjust the 5,000, if you consume the material directly, it is going to hit to the your price difference account. In case if the material which we are not going to consume, then the material will be lying into your warehouse. So the price difference, it will hit to the price. It will hit to inventory account. Okay, that scenario we will see that each and every step here. Okay, but now either to reach the accounting documents, right? Either you can go here through the purchase order history directly. You can come back ME23N and you can see that the document, or else you can see the document overview on. Okay, you can also see that history information about that purchase order. Okay, better you can just come back and you can see from here. You will get to know that what exactly was happened on behalf of this purchase order. Let's go to that /n ME21N, which I'm trying to create the new purchase order here. Then go to the organization data first of all. Enter. Same material. Okay, so we got quantity. Let me enter here is 1,000 quantity. Unit of measurement. Tons. Delivery date. Let's give the 10/07/2025. Net price 120. Material group. Okay. Plant. Location. Okay, that's fine. That doesn't stop you. That header information, organization, additional event process. Okay, status. Okay, so now you can see here 120. I believe which I have taken into as an example here is a 120. Okay, let me enter the 120. Otherwise, okay, the same exactly now 1,20,000 rupees. Now there are no error messages here. That's fine. Now let me check. Okay, let me save this one quickly. I'm doing this one. Save this one. Now purchase order which has been created. The purchase order. Purchase order. Now let's go to the goods receipt immediately. /n MyGo. First, let's see that MyGo. Okay, So just come down here. Quantity, okay, that is fine. Delivery not right. Okay, let me give this information. Check in case of any error. So there are no error messages. Now, basically goods which we are receiving, the goods receipt here. Okay, so the goods receipt 274, which has been posted successfully here. 274. Now, in between, right, invoice verification, there are scenarios. Okay, the scenarios which what we have seen in our discussion, right? If I go up here, okay, so now you can see here moving average method, stock not available. Let me go to up straightforward here. See now, in the moving average method, there are stock fully available, stock partially available, stock not available, and this is a batch method. There are n number of methods are there. But which method would you like to verify the raw material? Either you would like to go for the consumption, because in between what we have seen, in between there is a consumption, the raw material consumption entry which we have seen. Okay, so now consumption, see consumption account will be debit, inventory raw materials account. Okay, there are different scenarios are there. First, let's see that if we have received the goods, even though we have not yet consumed anything, okay, without, without consuming, then how the, during the invoice verification, how the price difference will be hit. Then in the next session, we will see that let's post the consumption entry, then we will see that accounting entry. Okay, first let's see that invoice verification. Then /n-miro, okay. Then first give the purchase order number here, then give the date, invoice date, let's say now, okay, whatever it may be, give the today's date, that doesn't matter anything. Enter. Now you can see that invoice reference number must be 64 characters. Hmm. Let me give the date here. Give that purchase order number. Why that one? GST reference number, invoice reference number, place of supply. Mhm. Supplier by country. I don't know what it is deriving. Supplier number, which we have already given, right? The supplier number, 1 second. This is the supplier, but we have created the this one, right? Invoice reference number, invoice reference number. This okay. This one, okay. It is something. It is okay. It will remember this one. Invoice reference number. Okay. Must have 64 characters. We have already given, right? But why the still invoice reference number must be 64 characters? System is This error we did not see in the previous one, but I don't know but why that system is. Let me remove this one completely. It is removing. Okay, now it is accepting. Okay, don't worry about that one. Something I don't know how the value which has been arrived. Now the requirement here is that, okay, so system is asking the tax code. Okay, first let's fulfill that, the tax code information. See, there are messages, right? Okay, so system is expecting the tax code. Okay, so now here is the input tax. Let me give that input tax. Now the system is expecting that. Enter the business place. Okay, let me enter that business place here. Fine. Now enter. Now let me, now what is the error? In addition to that, balance should be 0. Okay, that I can understand. Now the goods received here is a, okay, for 1,000 quantity. The amount which vendor has quoted here is a, as per our requirement here is a, as per our requirement, he has quoted 5 rupees additional. So 1,25,000 rupees. 1,25,000 rupees here. 1,25,000 rupees, which has been here. Okay. Now let's go to here. Okay. Amount here is a 1,25,000 rupees, which I have entered. Now it has become 0. Now the simulate. Okay. Let's see how the system. Now you can see that now the price, okay, see now here, the price difference account, 200, 122, okay, this is sugar, okay, this is GRIR clearing account, 1,25,000 rupees, 5,000, which is posting to inventory account. Exactly. See now, it is posting to the inventory account. The 5,000 rupees is the difference. See now, GRI, see, I mean, vendor account is a debit 1,25,000 rupees. GRIR clearing account on behalf of purchase order 1,20,000 rupees. Then inventory account, the 5,000 rupees, which is going and sitting into the 5,000, because as of now, there is no consumption which has been happened. Okay, for that reason, the 5,000 is showing into inventory. It is going to hit. In case if there is any consumption on this material, it will hit to the price difference account. That scenario we will see in the next session. Okay, then back, if you are, once you are okay with this one, save it. Now the document which has been posted successfully here with the price difference. Okay, we will see it in tomorrow's session. The price difference after consumption. After consumption, how the price difference will be posted. Okay, will be posted. We will see in tomorrow's session. Okay, if there is no open query, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.